So it is called index fund. One more name you can see is this is a passive mutual fund. There are two types of funds. One is active mutual funds and passive mutual. Active mutual funds are one handled by portfolio manager, and asset allocations, everything is handled by completely handled by portfolio manager. When it comes to passive, which is again handled by a mutual fund manager, but the allocation of assets or allocation of the stocks is purely based on Nifty 50 index. You should know what is Nifty 50. Nifty 50 is nothing but it is a combination of top 50 stocks in India, and each stock is being allocated the different percentage based on their market cap. This fund follows exactly ditto of Nifty 50 index. So there is not much effort has to be done for the portfolio manager to handle this mutual fund, as it is replicates the Nifty 50 behavior. Whatever the benefits you are getting, we can compare with the benchmark of Nifty 50. If you go and check any mutual fund, you will find a term called expense ratio. Expense ratio is the amount the portfolio manager takes from. Since the passive funds are following the exact replication of Nifty 50, the effort spent by the portfolio manager is very less. So obviously the expense ratio will be very less. On the other hand, when you're going for the active mutual fund, your expense ratios will be more. It could be from the range of 0.7 to even it can go to. There are different mutual fund house handles index fund. I have taken UTI mutual fund as for this reference. There are multiple index fund you can find out, which is Nifty 50 structure. So let's check how this UTI Nifty 50 fund performs in the past, and let's find out the return. Similar, if you haven't watched my previous video of Axis Blue Chip Mutual Fund XARR calculation, please go back and check, and there I have explained and what is XARR. So in this, I'm just going to cover UTI Nifty 50 fund, and I'm going to demonstrate the difference between Axis Blue Chip Fund performance and UTI Nifty 50 fund. Let's go. As I said earlier, here also I have downloaded the entire dump of UTI Nifty 50 index funds NAV since Jan 20. Assuming here that every 5th of the month I'm going to invest 1000 rupees. So for the easier purpose, I have added those things. The date starting from January 2020, I'm going to invest 1000 rupees, and 79.4 is the NAV price at that point of time. So as we discussed earlier, you can calculate the number of quantities you buy at that point of time. How will you calculate? You just need to divide 1000 by the NAV, and approximately you will be buying 12.59 quantities. So I have made another column to calculate the invested amount. So always invested amount will be in minus. So that is why I have put in minus. So till my investment goes to May 5th, 2023. And we are going to calculate and find out the IRR return, basically XIRR return. So how many installments we have made? Let's go and see. From here, 44 installments. We can see in the bottom the count. So there are 41 installments I have made. And the current NAV is 120. The amount I invested is 41,000. The number of quantity I'm holding currently is 445.6. So approximately my value is 53,784. How this is? It's nothing but my total number of quantities into the current NAV. This is what our current price. So now let's calculate our XIRR return. So let's find out the absolute return first. What is our absolute return format? What is the format? N by N minus 1, correct? Let's see what is N. N is my current value, which is 53,784 divided by the invested amount minus 1, which is 31%. Absolute return is 31%. But this is not right. So as we think earlier, if you guys again, please go back and check my previous video so that you can understand what I'm talking about about absolute return and XIRR. So absolute return is 31%, as we mentioned. Time is important. Let's calculate the XIRR return. What are the values? How much I am investing? Minus 1000 until the current price, comma, the dates, close bracket, enter. And the return is 17%. You can see the difference. For a quicker reference, I'll just show you what is the percentage we received in Axis Mutual Fund. How much? Any idea? 9%. And you can difference between the Nifty Mutual Fund and Axis Blue Chip Mutual Fund. I have demonstrated based on the data. There is a saying, no one can beat index. So if you want to be a safer investor, let's please go and select index funds, and especially go for a direct mutual fund rather than going for, so that you can reduce some there will be some minimal amount will be involved if other vendors are providing, because they will charge some brokerage. If you go directly to the mutual fund house, so there won't be a extra fees. So you can save some amount of money. But choosing your mutual fund is important. Don't just blindly go and put your money on any of the mutual funds. Find out the returns, check the past history, and then invest. This is your money, your hard-earned money. Please don't blindly trust anyone. It is your hard-earned money, and hope you understand. And I hope this would have given you a clear idea of how to calculate the IRR returns. Thank you.